I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'm just going to do a skin focus. You might be able to tell, well maybe not. I'm pretty red today. I did some derma rolling last night. I am preparing for my pen to arrive, my Dr. Pen. I don't know when I'm airing this, so really good chance it's already arrived and I've already started playing with it. But I want to deal with this red face, and I thought it would be a good time to look at how to finesse thicker foundations. So we have the IT, we have the Fenty, and I have a sample of the Bite. The Bite is more dimethicone than these two, and because I did rolling last night, some of my skin will decide it wants to come off, and I'm already a little iffy on the products that I have on my face, including my sunscreen. So I think I want to go with this one. I wore this for a really long time, and then it kind of started looking thick on me, and I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And I just found something else I liked better and stopped wearing this. But for me, of all the foundations I've used in the last 3 or 4 years, this had the longest run. Although the Becca Skin Love, which, I didn't bring that down, falls into the same category. It's also a thicker foundation, but it imparts such a beautiful finish on me. But you don't just get there kind of randomly. These are not slap and goes. So I'm going to just show you how I work them out, how to get a really nice finish out of thicker foundations. I have to do 2 colors. I can hear my breath. I'm still working on this very nasty cold. So I apologize for that. 1 pump of the light and a 1/2 pump of the medium, and just mix them together. Dot them on the face. Take whatever is left and put it on the other fingers. So these fingers both have, all 10 fingers, have a little foundation, and now the slap and go starts. I lost my gem the other day. I feel like a freaking pirate with this on, without my little gem on. I've been wearing these earrings for more than 10 years, I think, and they're just a part of who I am. And when I got in the car yesterday, my hair was down and I had a puffer on, and you know, the puffer kind of brings everything up, and I went like this to pull back my hair, and I noticed this was open. And I don't know if I opened it right then in the car or if I opened it at the grocery store, and it's somewhere in the grocery store. It's really kind of heartbreaking for me, because it's kind of a part of who I am, you know? When you wear the same jewelry, and that's who I am. I just believe in finding a couple of pieces you really like and just sticking with them. And when you don't retire it because you're tired of it, but because it gets lost, it's just, I don't know, I feel like I've lost a limb, which I understand. There are bigger problems in the world, but I just feel naked. I'm going to pull you in a little bit so you can see what I managed to get with finger application. So you can see it's okay, but on the chin not so great, although on the chin nothing is great. Above the lip not so great. I am getting a teeny bit of balling and pilling, which is the combination, no doubt, of the derma rolling and my sunscreen. So the skin is like ready to leave the face, and my sunscreen is very dimethicone based, and dimethicone products tend to help with the balling and pilling. So now I go in with a beauty blender and just pat that in. I don't like to apply foundation with a beauty blender, whether it's thick or thin foundation, but I like to finish with it from time to time, and thick foundations are a great candidate for finishing with a beauty blender. And try not to get my lip product on my sponge. And there you have it. It's much more skin-like when you finish with this, and I find this is appropriate with the Becca, with the IT Cosmetics, with the Fenty, And I think with the new product, the Bite foundation, better with that as well. Now with the Bite foundation, I built with the Beauty Blender instead of with my fingers. So I'm going to do that. Now, reblend some products because I used what I had. Always a risk, hoping that you are going to match. And I'm just going to put it where I want to build. My chin kind of eats foundation, and I've noticed the sides of my face by the jaw really eat foundation as well. Like I see a video of me doing foundation, and I'm like, yeah, I covered that area, and then a little bit later it's completely red. It just kind of eats it. Back with the Beauty Blender. A little around the nose. Oh, forgot up by the hairline. Good. This area of the nose too. Especially if you have redness like I do. The redness is kind of everywhere, so you have to be pretty thorough. And I feel like I need a little bit more in the forehead. I kind of went to town on my 11s with my microneedle last night. Now if you have moles like I do, take a Muji or a Q-tip. I'm out of Mujis, so I'm using a Q-tip. Get a little wet and take the... A Muji is much smaller for this kind of work, but I accomplished what I needed to get done. If you have moles that don't have color, I wouldn't really worry about it too much. And then just a final go over. Because I have a lot of shine going on, I'm going to go ahead with my By Terry. I'm just going to take the edge off the shine. And the Wayne Goss airbrush is my favorite way because you can really control where you're going with a smaller brush. I do like radiant looks, so I don't want to powder all over. And the By Terry powder is not really that mattifying, so I will take off the shine in the center of my forehead, for instance, in a matter of minutes. It will be back, but it won't be quite as shiny. It takes the edge off. And here's a little trick. If your hairline is receding a little bit, shine right here calls attention to it, so put a little powder right there. My hairline isn't receding, but I always have a little redness right here, so I want to make sure the foundation stays. And that would be about it if I'm using a cream blush. If I'm using a powder blush, I would go ahead and powder the rest of my cheek just to make sure there's no pulling or bunching going up with your blush. And then the under eyes. Now the under eyes I wasn't planning on doing. This is really just about how to get a thicker foundation look more skin-like, and this is my trick. It does take more finessing. Like I said, it's not a slap and go foundation, but spending a few extra minutes really blending in your foundation I think makes all the difference in the world. It can make your skin look so pretty that you might need less products everywhere else. And there you have it, a little video with a focus on skin. Thanks for spending a couple of minutes with me. I hope this was a helpful idea for you, and I hope you come back again. In the meantime, I'm wishing you a great day.